good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. Pulls it in at the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
First play from scrimmage. Stafford. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
So still 14 yards to go. Second down. Play action. Stafford. Sliding out of the pocket. Going up top for Kupp. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Williams is into the end zone. Touchdown, L.A. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They're such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, it's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And the Ravens are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. First and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run with Dobbins. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
On second and goal, Jackson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. Touchdown! Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, LA. Tyler Higbee. An even 90 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Jackson's throw is on target to Likely. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And 22 more yards there and another first down. They go play action now. Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back 1, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. On second down, Kamara. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. And the Rams at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Tackle there by Michael Pierce.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Got a man, it's Higbee, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 43. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw is Stafford. Forced out to his left. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21. A good pickup there at 22.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Van Jefferson from 4 yards out as his guys have now moved out in front. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 31, Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Jackson on 1st down. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Jackson. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Play action. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the 1st half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Now a play fake it at Stafford. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Kamara up the middle. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Stafford on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Third and 2. Here's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And this one is incomplete.
The one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Jackson will throw again. Open man is Duvernay. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
No surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Pulls it in at the 13th. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Play action. It's Jackson. Out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's got room. And he's taken down inside the 30. 57 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Throwing now, Jackson on first down, escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. And he's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On third down, Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider...
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, LA. Cooper Kupp, 75 yards. And the Rams have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point hung the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone. And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out. Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. They'll run up the gap with Dobbins, and he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly. I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football. To throw is Jackson. Open man is Denzel Mims. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They go play action with Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Throwing on second and long. Jackson throwing quickly for Mark Andrews. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down. Now it's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 41-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Jackson on first down, rolling to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 23. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive can take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 78 yards on the ground here for Dobbins, and a first down coming up.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Kamara. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
He'll buy some time right. And this is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And he is going to have the Rams first down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down. It's a gain of 13, and how about that? They're able to convert on 4th and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford sliding out of the pocket. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Stafford. It's complete. Kamara. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
A 10th carry for Kamara. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
And sometimes it doesn't matter how big and strong and powerful you are. The defense is going to win an occasional battle, and they did on that one. Stopped him well short of picking up a first down.
Here we go with Kamara, going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Rolling to his left. He'll air this one out from Mims. Oh, wide open, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Throwing now is Jackson. His pass caught at the 4. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Being chased out. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football.
And now it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Tucker now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough. But they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Rolling to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I like what he showed me in this game because he certainly has understood when it was time to scramble with the ball. On this play, he shows me that he knows when to throw it away as well.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
As has been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Ravens, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.